the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young and Howie Shapiro mid-court for tonight's action, and Howie, two teams really struggling near the bottom of the standings, looking at this as a game that is winnable in the conference.
Both coaches told me the key to their teams is consistency, or the lack thereof. And, you know, we've been obviously covering Coon Rapids, and they put some really nice play together, but they're not as consistent. Andover the same way. This is a team in Andover that went to the section finals the last 2 years in a row. So they're down this year, and this is a big opportunity for Coon Rapids.
Well, and the key for Coon Rapids, again, will be a fast start. They have tended to dig themselves big holes in the first half and just unable to dig their way back out, despite having some better play in the second halves of games. They need everybody to come out firing right away here tonight. One guy they've been looking to a little more and more is Jake Domovic on the outside.
Yeah, Jake's been playing really well, and he's been hitting that shot from the perimeter, and that's something they're looking for. He's averaging just a little under 10 points a game. And if the Cardinals are be successful, they're going to have to score some additional points. And I think a really big key tonight, Joe, for Coon Rapids, rebound the basketball.
Yeah, and they should definitely have the size advantage. No real big man on the roster for the Andover Huskies. They have a lot of guys in that 6'2", 6'3" area, so they have some decent size, but no pure big men underneath.
Absolutely, and they're the same situation. They've had some issues rebounding the basketball as well, but they are led by Logan Resnick. He is definitely their best player, averaging a little over 16 points a game. Also the best defender for this Husky team. So the Cardinals are going to have their work cut out for him, making sure that they know where he is on the court at all times.
Well, these two teams both looking for a fast start and both looking for consistent play throughout the game. We'll tip it off next when we return on CTN.
Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Back at Andover High School, just about ready to tip this one off, as we have Nick Keller and Corbin Johnson in the middle. There's a look at your starters: Rask, Johnson, Domovic, Keller, and Carver for the Cardinals. Siebold, Echtenkamp, Rizak, Johnson, and Paul on the floor for the home team, Andover Huskies. And it's Coon Rapids that will have the opening possession. Rask will look at Trevor Siebold as he comes across midcourt. Right side for Tyrion Johnson. Nick Keller high on the right side. Left for Domovic, finds room on the baseline and scores off the glass.
A strong move by Jake to get some space and get the first bucket of this game. We're going to see a little bit of a press by Johnson here, giving Andover a little bit of trouble.
Bring out a little full court pressure, make it difficult to get across the midcourt stripe. Corbin Johnson back far side for Siebold. Siebold draws a double team quickly, now looking down low, kick back out. Three-pointer in and out. Great rebound by Johnson. He puts it back to even the score at 2.
Corbin Johnson, the second leading scorer in this club, and this is what Coon Rapids was having to them against Centennial last week. They were allowing second and third looks.
Carver is short from three-point range. Johnson will take in the long rebound, drive the length of the court, and put it in to put his team in front 4-2.
Coach Agork looking for a little better defensive effort than he saw from his team in the first half against Centennial.
Johnson can't get the first or second attempt to go, and Corbin Johnson down with the rebound. He will take it to the other end. Tall pass into Jacob Paul, back up top to Siebold. Siebold lost the handle a bit. Carver tied him up. Domovic comes away with the basketball. At the other end, Domovic will take it himself, comes up off the mark. Rizak with the rebound. He races down court, leaves it off. A pump fake from Siebold. He'll bring it back up top for Rizak. Trevor Siebold draws that double team again out near midcourt. Gets it to Corbin Johnson. Back to Siebold. Backdoor look for Echtenkamp. Underneath it goes. Good turnaround jumper for Paul, but it won't fall. Rebound by Keller, and Rask will bring it up court. Back for Nick Keller for Coon Rapids. Cardinals setting on offense. Jake Tomovic high on the left wing. Rask nearly had it stripped by Siebold. Recovers, now looks for room to the baseline. Finds a little bit, but then blocked away by Jacob Paul. Recovered along the baseline by Siebold.
Coach O definitely looking for a little more scoring from Marcus Rask as well. He's a good point guard, leads that offense out there, but they like a little more production out of him offensively.
Trevor Siebold with it up top, right side for Rizak. Thought about the three, put it back down. Now Johnson steps in, tried to kick it out, deflected, taken away by Johnson. Down court for Nick Keller, and he lays it in.
Nice finish by Keller. And Keller's another one of the players who's been playing really well as of late. We talked about it against Centennial. Since that Champlain Park game, he's really stepped things up for the Cardinals.
Well, an opportunity here for Tyrion Johnson, who got elevated to the starting spot here tonight, and he makes a nice play there defensively and quickly leads that pass in transition to Keller and finishes it off.
And Johnson's done a nice job off the bench, Joe. So, yeah, he had the opportunity to start here tonight.
Johnson, backdoor look, and an easy bucket for Jacob Paul.
A little defensive lap by the Cardinals there, allowing him underneath alone, no opportunity.
And now full court pressure from Siebold as Rask works his way up court. Gets it across to Carver. Left side for Domovic. Turns up against Rizak. Now Keller. Little pump fake. Down low to the post for Carver. He can't score. Gets his own rebound. Tied up a bit. And it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Huskies. So good hands underneath. Leads to a turnover for Andover.
Well, you talked about it, Joe, at the opening. You know, Coon Rapids with a little more size. As we take a look at head coach Micah Gork in his third season. A little more size than the Huskies, and they really want to use that to their advantage tonight.
Rizak underneath. It won't fall for Paul again. Able to get his own rebound underneath, and he is held.
There's head coach Matt Ani. Matt's in his third year as well. Came to the program the same time Coach O did.
Keller picks up the first foul. Quick look to Johnson off the inbound. The rebound by Rodewald. Kicks it out to Rizak up top. Siebold steps in, now backs out, draws that double team. Dio Lowell on the floor for the Cardinals, providing some pressure. Johnson back to Siebold up top. They work it around. Rizak, little pump fake, steps inside. 13-footer won't fall. The rebound by Keller. Long pass down court. Dio Lowell all alone, drops it home.
Yeah, nice job. Nice pass by Keller. Looks like Lowell was clutching at his hip a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
Johnson in the corner, back up top to Rodewald. Steps inside, draws the defense, kicks it back out to Siebold, now gets it back on the left wing. Cross court, Rizak, little pump fake, stepped in, now kicked it back out. Work it around to the left side. Johnson, back out, Rizak. Pump, drive, scoop won't fall. The rebound by Johnson and the putback is good. He's got 6 of his team's 8.
Yeah, nice job by Johnson, just fighting for that possession underneath the basket. Again, with now Carver out of the lineup, a little less size for Coon Rapids.
Tyrion Johnson on the left wing. Nice little give and go with Dio Lowell. He'll score underneath. You may want to put one of your stronger defenders on that young man.
Yeah, he is, of course, the Cardinals' leading scorer.
Rodewald in the paint. High arcing shot won't go. Keller the rebound. And now Rask pushes it up floor for Tyrion Johnson. Stops up left side. Pressured by Johnson. Back to Rask. Back to Tyrion Johnson. Inside, outside. Look for Dio Lowell working against Rodewald. And Rodewald at least able to keep him at bay, but a mismatch it looks like Coon Rapids is noticed and is looking to exploit as they're starting to isolate him over here on the right corner. Keller to the baseline against a double team, hits a little floater and puts Coon Rapids back in front 10-8.
That time Nick did a nice job using his size to get up over the defense, and that little soft jumper made it count.
Again, working the perimeter. Rizak drives, comes up short. The rebound by Lowell. Coon Rapids pushing the pace. Johnson right around Corbin Johnson for his first bucket of the game.
Tyrion just using his speed to gain that edge and go around the defender. Cardinals up by 4. Nice start to this ball game for Coon Rapids. They're doing a nice job underneath the basket, getting rebounds and getting good percentage shots.
Paul back up for Johnson. Rodewald left side for Rizak, underneath Johnson. Johnson in the post against Keller, tries a little hook shot, that won't go. The rebound nicely played up top by Siebold, and it's Johnson driving for the basket.
Johnson did a nice job of getting past Keller on that, just getting a step on him and getting a clear look at the basket.
Lowell drops it off for Tyrion Johnson, who backs out against Corbin Johnson. Keller will take the 3, and he'll hit it.
Nice step up 3 for Nick Keller.
Not necessarily the ideal situation, an early jump shot in that possession from outside the arc.
No.
Nobody underneath in case of rebound, but no rebound was needed. A good look from Nick Keller.
Yeah, you're correct. No white jerseys underneath that basket.
Reese Mon onto the floor for the first time tonight for Coon Rapids.
Reese got a lot of playing time against Centennial, and Coach O really likes him and likes the hustle. He's just a freshman.
Lucas Olson on the floor for Andover for the first time. Rodewald kicks it back out to Olson. Here's Johnson high on the left side. Looked for room against Domovic. Back up top. Three-pointer for Rodewald is good.
Nice ball rotation, and that's something Centennial was doing all last game. Was they were moving the ball around the perimeter and getting really nice open looks for 3. Cardinals defensively always want to make sure you step up and get a man on that player, but good ball rotation.
Left side, Dio Lowell. Back up top, Jake Domovic working against Echtenkamp. Little fadeaway off the glass is good. 17-13 the lead for Coon Rapids. Just about 9.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Good move to the paint, and Johnson scores again. He's already in double digits.
2-point lead for Coon Rapids. 9:20 remaining in the opening half.
Lowell gets the double team. Mon gets mugged. And the first foul against the Huskies is going to go against Luke Olson.
And not a lot of calls here in this game so far. Just as you mentioned, just the first. Again, look at Johnson. He does a nice job of stepping around and creating a little space, getting a good look at the basket, gets that one to fall.
Not the most fluid movement I've seen in a player,
No.
but effective, as he's got 10 of Andover's 15 early in this contest. Domovic in the corner, back up top to Lowell, high post. Tyrion back out to Movic for 3, that won't go. The rebound controlled by Luke Olson. Rodewald quickly down court, all alone. Is Leisner to put it home.
Yeah, that's got to bother Coach O a little bit. No defense on that play.
Luke living the dream, Leisner, apparently. Tyrion misses, got it back out to Movic. Long 2 is good.
Scoring for the Cardinals, number 11, Jacob Domovic for 3.
They gave him they said 3.
They said 3, but it was 2.
Just a 2.
And a 19-17 edge for the Cardinals. Newman. Rodewald spins to the lane. The defense left. He was surprised, so he put it up. Domovic comes away with the rebound for Coon Rapids. Ill-advised pass taken away by Luke Olson. Drives to the other end and is able to score to tie the game at 19.
Yeah, telegraphed that pass and did a nice job. Olson did of just making sure he got in the passing lane.
Domovic for 3 from the corner. He hit it.
That one's good for 3.
Number 11, Domovic for 3.
I believe he has 9 points. That gives him 9 points on the night so far.
Sounds right. In the corner, Echtenwald gets inside, kicks it out. Olson baseline jumper is no good. Rebound by Keller. And he'll hand it off for Mon to bring up court. Johnson in the paint, back out. Lowell for three. He hit it. Back-to-back three-pointers for Coon Rapids. They have a 6-point lead.
Yeah, again, just a nice job of moving the ball around the perimeter. And you don't, as you mentioned earlier, you want to get a body on Mr. Lowell.
Good look to Rodewald, but he kicks it back out. Newman off the side of the backboard. Long rebound controlled by Leisner. Now Olsen with it. And here's Newman. Back to Rodewald. Gets into the paint. And that one comes back out. Lowell the rebound, and he runs down court. Nice look. Keller lets one defender go by, but then rolls it across the top of the iron. The rebound by Eckenkamp. And the timeout taken by the Huskies with 6:45 remaining here in the first half. A good pace to this basketball game early.
Yeah, an unfortunate situation where he couldn't get the bucket to go because he had a nice open look right underneath. And just a little bit too much, as you talked about, it rolled it across the iron. As you saw the three from Domovic. And then the good outside look from Dial Lowell.
Yeah, three-pointers in the game early for Coon Rapids from three different players. Domovic, Keller, and Lowell all hitting from long range in the first half.
Coon Rapids, I think they're executing their game plan so far to the way they want to see things turn out. You're up by 6 on the road. You're doing a nice job rebounding the basketball, which I think was, we talked about a huge key for Coon Rapids. And you're getting good percentage shots. You're getting some shots from the outside. You're making those looks.
Band in the house tonight at Andover High School, and they are getting stronger.
They are.
In the first half.
Well, you'll see highlights from this game and many others on Sports Night, Monday night at 7:30, live, of course. Very talented Joe Young putting the show together.
And I can't believe I made that mistake to think this was getting stronger, the Rocky theme, when it's really Europe's the final countdown. They're so close. Oh well. And if I hadn't pointed it out, nobody would have caught on to my mistake.
Nobody would have known, but that's the kind of guy you are. You're the consummate professional, Joe Young.
Newman for three, it's good. That's how you come out of a break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cut the lead in half.
Coach Ani designed a nice play, and they moved the ball again around the perimeter, and Newman hit it from long range.
Domovic draws the foul as he tries to get room on the baseline. Just the second on the Huskies, 2 against Coon Rapids as well. Almost 12 minutes into this first half. Tyrion Johnson, right side for Armin Roper Thornton. Domovic thought about it and then tried to get around the corner, and the foul comes against Nate Rodewald.
Nick Keller back into the action for Coon Rapids.
His first team foul, number 3, returning also for the Huskies. Previously was number 45, Carter.
Inbounded to Mon, up top to Domovic. Puts it on the floor, outside Thornton steps in, and that one won't fall. The rebound by Luke Leisner. Rodewald up court, left side. Pump fake by Newman. Now in. Turnaround hook shot for Olsen is good.
A nice job by Olsen, just creating a little space with the turnaround. Huskies have cut the lead to 1.
Keller, 15-footer is just short. Carver can't get to the rebound. Rodewald does. He'll run the entire length and then come up short. Leisner, good strong rebound underneath, but lost it off the end line, and it'll be turned over back. Oh, it'll stay with
Andover. Yep.
Knocked out of his hands.
That time, that trip down the court for Coon Rapids offensively, Andover did a nice job of pushing Carver out of the way so he couldn't get that rebound.
Newman hands it off to Leisner, who leads it with Rodewald. Back for Newman. Patient on offense for the Huskies as we reach the 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Three-pointer for Newman from the other side is good, and Andover is back in front. No, tie game. Sorry.
Nope, 27-25 Andover.
They are back in front.
You were right the first time.
I knew. 8 straight points for the Huskies out of that timeout and a 27-25 lead. Three-pointer for Keller is short. Leisner the rebound. And he will lead the rush for the team in black. Almost stripped by Keller. Rodewald recovers. Newman. Olsen, a long three is good.
Coon Rapids calling the timeout, down by 5. Huskies done a nice job of getting back to this basketball game, just trailing by 6.
Well, it's a quick 11 points on 3 3-pointers. 2 from Newman and that one from Olsen. Olsen mixed a hook in the middle.
I mean, that was from way outside. Had a lot of arc on it.
Andover's largest lead of the night.
Olsen averaging just a little over 6 points a game into this contest, but he has some nice looks from the outside.
7 points off the bench already to help his team to a 5-point lead. And you've really got to be impressed with the way that Andover responded to their first time out.
Oh, without a doubt.
Scoring 11 straight points.
Whatever Coach Hani said to him seemed to have worked.
Keller into the post for Johnson, back out to Mr. Roper Thornton, and he traveled.
Returning for the Huskies, number 5, Siebold.
Little Three's Company reference, I like that.
Also returning for the Tigers, number 4, Rask.
Marcus Rask back into the ball game for Coon Rapids.
Siebold into the front court. Olsen for 3 again, and he nailed another one. Johnson troubled as he got to the lane. He was fouled, and they'll call it on the floor, so the basket will not count.
Husky foul number 4, Newman. Newman's first 14th foul of the half.
First infraction on Newman.
Johnson trying to find some room on the baseline, ran into traffic, lost the butt, goes on the floor. And he will be
Call it on
committing.
Johnson.
No, he will commit the foul.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how did he go on the floor and then draw the foul? I wasn't quite sure. There you see it, scramble on the floor, foul against Johnson, his first, team's third. As we're under 3.5 left, Andover a 33-25 lead and the basketball. Olsen runs right side and then runs inside, and then the pass taken away by Lowell. Lowell will lead the rush. And a charge well taken by Trevor Siebold.
Going to take one for the team. Siebold did a nice job of stepping up there. And Lowell, you're going to see it coming up here. He held his position. Jake Demovic back in.
Huskies turn it over on offense, but a good, strong defensive play by one of their captains. Gets it right back for him. Underneath, Rizak, his first points of the game.
Now leads 10 for Andover. But looked like Coon Rapids was controlling that first half. Andover's really come back and stepped up their play.
Demovic answers at the other end.
It's 11 for Jake.
And ends that long run. 16 unanswered points to that point for the Huskies. Moving the ball around, Siebold for 3. That's well off the mark. Long rebound.
Oh, they're going to call Rask.
They are going to call Rask.
Coach O didn't like that call.
Foul number 4, Rask. That's his second, team foul number 5. Returning for the Huskies, number 23, Johnson.
Taking a look at that. Oh, I don't know.
Cardinals come up with a steal. Domovic gets it up court for Johnson, and it won't fall. Rebound tipped away long. Rebound controlled in the corner by Corbin Johnson. The pass was tipped out of bounds by Domovic.
Now in for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, number 3, Brandon Platt.
Eight-point lead. Rizak, little pump fake, gets inside, and then leaves it off. Ball comes up short. Keller, long pass down court to Domovic, who controls, looks back to the baseline, and the foul is called before the shot as he got Rizak in the air.
Foul number 11, Rizak. That is his first team foul, number 5 this half for the Huskies.
Both teams with 5 fouls, so we'll be in the bonus from here on out. 1:47 remaining, first half. Domovic for 3, it's good.
That was a big three-point play for Domovic and the Coon Rapids Cardinals. That brings them to a 5-point deficit to Andover. Cut that 10-point lead in half.
14 points in the game for Jake Domovic, leading the way for the Cardinals. Rizak, cross court, into the corner. Corbin Johnson for 3, missed everything. Good putback by Paul.
There again, nobody underneath that basket. Jacob Paul left alone to put that easy shot back in, lead at 7 for the Huskies.
Brandon Pratt into the game for the Cardinals. Good hustle on the floor by Johnson, but can't steal it from Johnson. Pratt's pass batted away out of bounds. 1 minute remaining first half. Brandon Pratt in the backcourt. Challenged by Siebold, spins away from it. Tyrion Johnson on the left wing, tried to get it to Keller, led him a little too much. Good recovery by Johnson. Domovic lets it go into the backcourt before controlling it. Smart heads up basketball play, now has the numbers. Johnson for 3, in and out, and the rebound by Taylor Rudy. Good recovery, good setup. Unfortunately, the finish wouldn't fall. Lowell stepping in, getting the steal, leaving it for Johnson. Johnson stumbled a little bit, blocked by Rooney, and then throws it up again off the mark. Rebound tipped around. Rooney gets it on the run to Rizak, gets it back now. Rooney able to finish as we go under 8 seconds remaining. Tried to get it down court to Keller. Last second chance for Paul, won't fall, but the Huskies will go to the locker room up 39-30. We'll take a break and get some first half reaction from the coaches after this. You're watching live boys high school basketball on CTN.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Andover High School. You're watching CTN's live presentation of boys high school basketball. We're at the break. The score is Andover 39, Coon Rapids 30. I'm here with head coach Micah Gork from Coon Rapids. Coach, like the way you guys started, you rebounded well, but that big stretch in the middle, right about 5-minute mark, got you down by 10.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Actually, we haven't rebounded well. From what we expect going into this game, we need to rebound a lot better. They are pounding us on the offensive glass. 39 points, about half of them are second chance points. Not going to cut it. Conversely, when they went on their run, we stopped executing the way we needed to. We're getting some shots. We're not crashing. You know, we missed a bunch of bunnies. Okay, that's fine. We got to just keep attacking, but we must get on the boards on both ends. Otherwise, this is just going to keep pushing open.
Well, you were up by 6 at one point, and it kind of broke down. What do you tell you guys, other than that rebounding, what do you tell you guys at the break?
Mental toughness. So moving on. Okay, things aren't going away. We missed a couple bunnies. We got to be crisper on the defensive side. On the offensive side, we got to actually quit whipping bodies on our screens, continue to be physical, continue to attack the 10.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We'll be right back after this with highlights and stats.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Back at Andover High School, 39-30 the lead at the half for the Andover Huskies. And early on, Howie, Coon Rapids came out strong. They wanted to start fast, and they were able to do so. They got some early three-pointers from a couple of different players, and about midway through, they had a 25-19 lead until Andover took their one time out of the first half. They came out of that break, and it scored 16 straight points, which is where the game turned.
I'll tell you, you know, in talking to Coach O, not happy with the first half of his squad. You know, granted, they did start out well with that 6-point lead, but they missed the little bunnies, as he said. But offensively and defensively rebounding, he was really not happy with their effort. And you know, and he talked about what they need to do at the break to cut into this lead. They had it down to 5, but Andover did a nice job of bringing it back to 9. Yeah,
especially with a team that you have the size advantage, such a rare thing for this Coon Rapids squad to be the bigger team on the floor. Tonight they are, and they are coming up short in the eyes of their leader as far as winning those battles on the boards.
Well, he certainly knows more basketball. He's forgotten more basketball than I'll ever know, and he, you know, just didn't like the effort that he saw after that timeout, and Andover really took it to him, as he said.
Well, they're still in this ball game. We got a 39-30 contest. We'll get some first half reaction from the flip side when we return. You're watching live boys high school basketball on CTN.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is
it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Reach out, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Welcome back to Andover High School, where you're watching CTN's live presentation of boys high school basketball. The score is Andover 39, Coon Rapids 30. I'm here with Andover head coach Matt Awney. And Coach, Cardinals were up by 6. You called that timeout. All of a sudden, you guys went on a run. Talk about what you told your players in the huddle.
Well, first of all, we got out of that zone. We weren't locating their shooters, and they were killing us. So we went back to man, and our guys did a much better job of finding their shooters and defending. And then, we got on a little bit of run. I'm happy with the way we're running our offense. We are being patient at times, and that was one of our goals, to come in and do that.
I thought you also did a pretty good job rebounding on both ends of the court. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, as you know, that's been one of our weaknesses, and I was especially happy on the offensive end. We had our guys crashing the boards, and that's a big thing for us. We need to continue that.
Any adjustments you're making the break?
Well, against their 1-3-1, they're giving us some trouble. We got to get the ball in the middle of the floor. We got to get our big guy to flash more.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We're going to take a break and be right back with second half action right after this.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, there's a small fee to recycle computer monitors and TVs. Otherwise, the recycling of all other electronics is free. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Definitely not a yawner in Andover. As we get ready to start the second half, a good, fun, fast-paced first. And it ended with Andover on top 39-30. But Coon Rapids just needs to get back to what they were doing through the first part of that first half. They were controlling the pace, and they were playing well at both ends of the floor. But obviously the momentum swung.
Coach Awney was saying how the 1-3-1 was giving him trouble once they got out of that opportunity. When they took that timeout, that was the key for them to get into this game, I should say.
Demovic looking for room against Rizak, kicks it out. Down into the post for Keller. Back up to Movic for 3 from the top of the key. It's good. He's got 17.
Jake's been having definitely a good night so far here today. And
no CTN curse.
No CTN curse. It's been reversed.
Rizak steps into the middle, all alone is Siebold for the easy basket. And those are the kind of opportunities they can't give up.
No, those easy looks, they certainly cannot. And Coon Rapids, if they want to get back into this game, have to get stops on defense and continue to make this their offense work.
Carver spins to the baseline, draws the foul on Corbin Johnson. He will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's the first foul on Corbin Johnson. Not a lot of fouls in that first half.
Neither team reached the bonus.
Shooting 2 for the Cardinals will be number 45, Carver.
Carver able to hit the first. It's his first point of the night. And he hits them both. The lead is 6 as Andover takes control. Siebold across for Corbin Johnson into the front court. Greets the double team across to Siebold. Rizak backdoor, easy basket.
Again, defensive lapses. That's what Coach O was talking about. His squad was having, and he cannot afford to give those kind of looks up as they turn the ball over.
And then a turnover gives Andover the run with the numbers. Johnson lays it up, but it won't fall. Keller the rebound, outlet to Rask. Rask back to Keller. Works against Paul, down low for Tyrion Johnson. Tried to get it out, now taps it out to Demovic. On the left side, working against Rizak. Will bring it back up top for Johnson. Rask with it on the right wing. Working against Siebold. Will bring it back near midcourt. Now Demovic on the right. Rizak defending. Keller, little pump. Backs out, leaves it off for Johnson. Demovic to the lane, kicks it out. Keller thought about the jump shot, puts it on the floor instead, and he traveled. And Coon Rapids looks confused by what Andover is doing on defense.
Lead is 8 for the Huskies.
Pass tipped out of bounds by Keller. Siebold, right side for Echtenkamp. They work it back around to Siebold. Down low for Johnson. Johnson spins to the baseline. Reverse layup is good.
Again,
back to a 10-point lead.
Just getting around that defense. Coach O shaking his head, not pleased again with that effort defensively from his squad. You can't give up easy baskets like that, especially when you're trailing at this point.
Keller. Football pass to Carver for 3. That's in and out. Johnson, good rebound. Takes it up. Won't go. Carver, third chance is good.
Yeah, nice job by Sam Carver just crashing the board after the miss by Johnson. Sam has the ability to hit that 3, and he saw a good open look, missed it. Johnson with the opportunity to get that rebound, but Sam crashing the boards to get 2.
Echtenkamp, a little floater in the lane for 2. And a carry for Rask, turns it back over.
Cardinals are going to call a timeout, Coach O, needing to talk to his squad about what he sees out on the court. Already a couple of turnovers by Coon Rapids.
Well, we talk about it all the time. When you are trailing, every possession becomes that much more important, both offensively and defensively.
Well, coming into this game, they obviously talked about the fact that the Cardinals, Coach O did, that they had the height advantage. Just 11 points between their 2 big men at this point. I know they want to do a better job of crashing the boards, getting good looks underneath, and using that advantage.
Well, and again, the hats off to Andover coming out on defense with a lot of hustle and really making Coon Rapids uncomfortable, not allowing them to get set up in their offensive end and run the offense they want to run.
Well, they'll look to see if they can feed Jake Demovic a little bit more. He's got the hot hand for Coon Rapids, 17 points.
Rizak, little pump fake, steps to the baseline, kicks it out. Tyrion Johnson, a tip, recovered in the backcourt by Olsen. Right side for Sycam, into the corner. Paul puts it on the floor, back up top. Olsen, left side, Rezak. Kicks it out, nobody there. Turnover back to Coon Rapids.
That time a nice defensive play by Marcus Rask. They tried to gain that inside edge, but Marks did a good job of stepping into the player, making sure he didn't get contact. They had to throw the ball around, eventually threw it away.
Rask working against Siebold to the midcourt. Good pressure, going to make it tough. Throws it up court to Movic to Tyrion Johnson, and you've got to finish when they leave you alone for the easy basket.
Yeah, how do you miss that look?
Andover will slow things down and set up on offense. Yeah, especially the long pass was kind of in desperation, and defense overcommitted. That's a travel by Corbin Johnson in the lane.
No, that's a foul on Coon Rapids.
I thought they were going to call travel.
I thought it was a travel as well before the contact.
Foul will go against Rask, but it was before the shot. But, yeah, the defense overcommitted, and Domovic had a good run to the lane, but help came over, and he dished it off. Lowell should have been able to finish easily, but
actually, I think that was Johnson.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yep.
Tyrion Johnson had an opportunity to finish easily. There's
the travel. Makeup call.
Well, you know, I was just ahead of myself.
Returning from the Huskies, number 30.
I'm a soothsayer.
You're ahead of your generation.
I say sooths.
Sooth.
Right now, there are kids looking up soothsayer on Google. What? No, too.
Yund at ctnstudios.com. Send them your answers. Send them your thoughts.
They're actually not listening. They put their music on a long time ago.
That's right.
Johnson down low. That one won't fall. He
Good hustle.
gets his own rebound. Down low to Carver. Carver into the pressure. Can't get the foul. Can't get the basket. But the basketball will stay with the Cardinals.
Lead is 10 for Andover. 13:21 remaining in the second half.
Carver to Mon up top. Pass is batted away. Recovered by Johnson. That time he finishes, plus the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot to try and convert the three-point play.
Yeah, again, this is the opportunity to get a three-point play here and maybe just see if they do a little pressure on defense. Try and pressure the Huskies and get a turnover.
And he is able to convert on the three-point play. Cut the lead is 7, 47-40. The advantage for the Huskies as they bring it up court. Luke Olsen, pressured by Mon, runs away from it. Underneath, all alone is Paul. And that's an easy two.
Where's your defender? Gotta have a guy.
Shapiro could have scored that one.
I could have, actually. I don't know. My reaction isn't as quick as it used to be. So
Mon driving, blocked away by Olsen.
I may have been so proud of myself that I was that wide open that somebody probably would have come over and taken the ball away from me.
At 5'9", you don't get the opportunity to swat a lot of balls away, but Luke Olsen already having a big offensive night in the first half, helped him establish this lead. Comes up with a big defensive play right there. Carver in the post, and he traveled.
And just took an extra step.
Don't forget, coming up, another drawing for a $50 gift certificate to the Willoughby Boys coming shortly.
Olsen backs out up top is Rodewald. Left side for Johnson. Back to Olsen at the top of the key. Right side for Paul. Turns, looks, cross court. Olsen in the corner. Rodewald for three. It's good.
A good ball rotation. Again, that's what Centennial was doing to the Cardinals the other night. Just, again, looking for that outside perimeter shot, moving the ball around well. Another turnover. Now, Huskies aren't able to keep it. 12-point lead for Andover. Dio back into the lineup for Coon Rapids.
Mon for Lowell into the post. Keller double teamed. Turns into it and scores with the left hand.
Yeah, you know, and they I think they need to feed him a little bit more underneath. He's got that advantage.
Into the middle, Rodewald leaves it off. Leisner will score.
Number 32, Luke Living Dream. Leisner assist. Rodewald.
And again, just defense allowing them to get those open looks in close. Lowell for three. It's off the mark. Leisner the rebound. He'll lead the rush 3-on-1, but they'll slow it down. Rodewald up top for Olsen. Olsen down low. On the baseline is Leisner. Gets pushed to the ground, but he'll foul. Olsen long three. Will come up just short. Rebound tipped. Controlled by Echtenwald, and he gets the foul as well.
Yeah, Keller will be called for the infraction. Timeout called by Coon Rapids.
60-second timeout, Coon Rapids. 60 full timeout.
Lead is 14.
With a free throw coming.
This is a minute timeout for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, full timeout here to try and get things turned around. They have to stop the bleeding coming out of this break.
They do. I mean, at this point, there's enough time left where even they're trailing by 14. If they get stops on defense, there's an opportunity. But they can't turn the ball over, and they've got to play a much better brand of defensive basketball the rest of the way. Cheerleaders entertaining the crowd here during this timeout.
Let's announce the winner now for the $50 gift certificate. $50 gift certificate brought to you by Willie McCoy's.
Willie McCoy's. They're giving away big prizes here tonight, Joe.
The winner, Howie Shapiro.
Nope.
No, it was close.
I missed it by that much. Coach Ani has to be pleased with the effort coming again into the second half to expand this lead. It was 9 at the break.
Dylan Echtenkamp at the line to try and convert the three-point play and won't fall. Carver the rebound. Mons pass batted away out of bounds by Rodewald.
We talked about both these teams struggling in this season, and just 2 wins for the Cardinals, just 3 for the Huskies. But Andover
and a steal by Rodewald, gets behind Mon on the drive and can't finish. Rebound out of bounds. Off of Carver, it'll stay Andover ball. Veteran advantage to the senior, and a good steal by Rodewald.
Yeah, Rodewald did a nice job of just...
good hustle coming back by Mon. You know, didn't make it easy for him. He did not just lay it up and in. Troubled a little bit. Leisner kicks it back up top. Three-pointer for Newman won't go. Rebound out off of the Cardinals. Andover ball.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 14, Armin Roper-Thornton.
Armin Roper-Thornton back in for Coon Rapids. Inbound goes all the way up top to Rodewald. Right side for Newman. Back to Rodewald. Olsen, now Leisner. Leisner back up top, leaves it, but he traveled first. Just dragged that back foot a little bit. And Coon Rapids, again, every possession critical. Need to take advantage.
They do.
When the other team turns it over. Reese Mon working against Rodewald. Rodewald got a hand in on the ball again. Mon needs help, gets it to Johnson. Johnson gets behind Newman, across to Keller. Little pump, and the second up and in.
That's 11 for Nick Keller. And again, Rodewald just giving Mon all sorts of trouble here. Bring that basketball down court.
Olsen watched by Mon, looks for room in the paint, spins to his right, back out to Leisner. Rodewald high on the left side. Pass taken away by Keller on the breakaway and flush.
Nice job by Nick Keller to anticipate the pass. 10-point lead now for the Huskies.
And boom goes the dynamite. I'd be remiss if I didn't say
I
it.
like that.
Still funny after all these years.
All these years,
you know
absolutely.
This is how scary this is. Even that reference is older than some of the kids on this basketball team.
Where does time go? And boom goes the dynamite. I like it.
I don't know how long ago that was, but it's got to be at least 10 years.
Somebody in the truck, look that up.
And boom goes the dynamite. Even the truck doesn't listen.
I think the truck turned the audio off, and they're listening to music in there.
And who could blame them? And boom goes the dynamite.
Every time I see the guy who said I feel sorry for him, he had a little trouble that broadcast, but no trouble saying boom goes the dynamite. And who knew?
2005, so
15 years, almost 16 years ago. I mean,
your
11
math
years
is
ago.
awesome.
11 years ago.
There we go.
No, it's Minneapolis math.
Right.
It's like just add 5 extra years, or nobody will know. Or so.
There's a Google spike and boom goes the dynamite for the first time in years. Good movement again on offense and good patience by Andover in the half court. They've got no reason to rush. No reason to take anything but a great shot. Take their time, move the ball. They got a nice lead at 10 points. In the middle, the shot wouldn't go for Rooney, and Coon Rapids down with the rebound.
I just got a text from Jeff DeJoy. 2005 is the text, so thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Always looking out for us.
Fadeaway is good for Nick Keller. Keller's got the last 6 points in the game. Last 8 for Coon Rapids.
And cuts the lead to 8.
Olsen jump shot to answer at the other end. Armand Roper Thornton didn't see Olsen coming over. Like a thief in the night, he gets away with the basketball. And quickly up court come the Huskies.
Those quick hands paid off.
Rodewald found room, kicked it out to Leisner. Back out, Olsen for 3, almost had another one. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Rodewald. Into the middle, Olsen fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
They're going to call this one on Pratt, I believe. Yep. That'll be the 4th team foul, first on Pratt.
Number 3 for the Cardinals this half. Shooting 2 for the Huskies, number 20, Lucas Olsen.
Olsen hits the first.
The moment now returns for the Cardinals. For the Huskies returning.
Not a lot of free throws at all in this game.
No, not at all.
Very clean. We're midway through, more than midway through this second half. Just 8:01 remaining. And he hits them both.
Leads up to 12 for Andover.
Pratt into the front court. Backs off, right side for Domovic. In the corner is Johnson, back up to Dio. Lowell to Keller at the top of the key, puts it on the floor. Strong drive with the right hand and draws the foul on Paul.
We're going to see Lionel Warner check into the game for the first time with next available whistle.
Looked good in the JV game.
Yeah, scored 25 points against the Huskies in that JV game. There he comes. Lowell out of the action.
Keller hits 1 and 2. Warner, good tip for the basket.
That was Johnson.
Oh, it was Johnson.
It was Johnson. 9-point lead for Andover. And just a great move by Tyrion just to get back and tap that one in.
He's got such long,
yes, he does.
such long limbs. Oh, good look to Rezak inside and Johnson with the foul. I'm just going to spin a wheel for whose name I'm going to use. Apparently, I don't want to call Tyrion his own name. Everybody else's, though. He'll be Keller, Domovic next. We'll call him Pratt. Looks a lot like Sam Carver. Rezak hits the first. Really quiet night for him. Remember, he came in averaging like 17 points a game. He now has 6. Lead back to 11. Pratt drives, draws the foul. Paul can't believe it. Brandon Pratt will go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, Brandon came down hard on the floor. Opportunity from the stripe, and he's grimacing a little bit as he walks to the line. See the fall there.
And Pratt hits the first. And he hits them both clean. Long pass down court to Corbin Johnson. Underneath for Paul. Back out to Siebold. Paul in the corner. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Husky ball. 7:01 on the clock.
Keller did a nice job of making sure he had all ball on that. Again, they're trying to prevent those inside looks that Andover have been accomplishing all night. There's a travel.
Well, they called it an offensive foul
he did.
against Rooney away from the ball.
I thought he called it
screen.
travel.
I thought he did too, because there's definitely a travel. Pass taken away by Rezak on the run. Domovic trailing, and Rezak will lay it in.
Got a little soft pass, and Rezak, being the smart defensive player that he is, make sure he jumped in front of it and took it to the basket.
Keller looks to the baseline, no room there. Good look for Tyrion Johnson, and he puts it home. Got his name right that time.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to do better. That was a great look.
Oh, nice
from
steal.
Keller, and a steal from Keller this time. Good job crossing over against Rooney, but then can't finish. Corbin Johnson the rebound. Defended by Tyrion Johnson. Gets it ahead to Siebold, who will slow things down.
Well, Rooney did just enough to give Keller a little bit of trouble and take him off his dribble.
Into the middle, Johnson slashing through the lane has the basket.
Scoring for the Huskies, number 23.
Lead back to 11.
Coon Rapids has to have a push now as we reach 5.5 minutes remaining. They trail by 11. Warner in the corner draws the double team up top for Pratt. Puts it on the floor. Cross court for Tyrion Johnson. He'll back it out. Domovic into the lane. Floater rolls around, comes back out. The rebound by Rezak. Rezak able to run the floor at the other end. They're going to call Warner for the block, and Rezak will go back to the line to shoot 2. He got there, he got position, but then shuffled his feet, anticipating the collision.
5th team foul for Coon Rapids, the first for Warner.
And Rezak is short on number 1.
Returning for the Huskies, number 30, all-day Eckenkamp.
Eckenkamp back in the lineup for the Huskies.
All day.
All day.
I love that they all have nicknames.
I do as well.
Rezak hits 1 of 2. 12-point lead. And it goes to the post. Carver had trouble with it, taken away by Eckenkamp and handed off to Siebold, who slows it down. Again, no pressure on the Huskies whatsoever. Brandon Pratt a little bit aggressive on defense, called for the reach in.
That'll be the 16th foul on Coon Rapids. Foul number 2 on Brandon Pratt.
Go all the way to the back court. Siebold chased back there by Brandon Pratt. Domovic comes up and ball lost. Tried to save it by Acton Camp. Instead turns it over, and Domovic takes it right to the hoop.
Great pressure by the Cardinals to turn that ball over to get the basket.
Again, full court pressure, keeping him off. And a timeout by the bench as they were getting close to the time.
The Cardinals with 4:25 left, employing that pressure defense, giving the Huskies trouble bringing that ball across the timeline. Be a full timeout. Band here, as we talked about tonight.
Well, the only other time that the Huskies took a timeout, they responded with a 16-0 run. A 16-0 run here would ice the contest, to be certain.
You know, we have a new listener tonight in South Florida, Brian Trout. Just sent me a message saying that we sound good down in Florida.
Despite his absence.
Yeah, absolutely. It's surprising with him not being here.
He is the audio genius.
Yes, he is.
That we rely on oh so often.
Well, Brandon, we hope you're having a good time. If you're still listening, we hope you're having a good time down in Florida. Enjoy your vacation. But
Brian.
What did I say?
You said Brandon.
Oh. Whatever your name is, Brian. Did I really say Brandon?
You did.
Oh, man.
I wasn't going to correct you.
No, I wish you would have.
Hennon's on top of it.
Hennon's always on top. Sure, now he's listening, Hennon.
Right.
He's not listening before, but when I make a mistake, he's quick to point it out, Brian Troush.
Again, full court pressure causing some problems, but the Huskies able to get into the offense now and set up a bit. Double team coming. Siebold pushes it to Acton Camp up top for Corbin Johnson into the lane. Drops it off, and Paul drops it home.
That's what the Huskies were doing in that first half to Coon Rapids, was getting that
quick
that
three
good
at the
inside.
other end for Domovic. Won't fall. Paul the rebound.
Brandon.
And after giving up another 2 points, you have to make the offensive possessions count.
You do.
You can't come down, throw up that quick three, have no one there for a rebound, and just have that one look at the basket when you're down 12.
No, you can't. You can't. You know, and granted, Domovic was hot from that first half from beyond the arc, but if you don't hit it and there's nobody underneath the boards, it's going to be trouble, and that's what happened.
Playing with fire. Johnson into Carver, back out to Movic, top of the key for three. That's short. And a great effort by Lowell to try and save it, but could not. Husky ball with that 12-point lead, 3:26 on the clock. Inbound goes to Corbin Johnson into the front court quickly. We'll leave it back now for Siebold. Pratt comes to defend, looks to his left, and Pratt's going to pick up his third. That'll send Siebold to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Keller and Warner coming back in for Coon Rapids. Carver and Lowell going to take a seat on the bench. As well, now Marcus Rask in for Brandon Pratt.
First one is good. He'll earn another.
Also returning for the Huskies, number 1, Nate Rodwall.
Rodwall back in for Andover.
Rattles the second one home as well. Siebold 2 for 2. And it's a 71-57 lead as we're down to 3:15 remaining. Domovic, right side, finds room on the baseline. Good move, but can't finish. Paul has the rebound for the Huskies. Seabold will clear it near side for Rodewald. Into the corner, Johnson gives it right back. Now Seabold out near midcourt. Watched by Johnson. Little give and go. Warner got a hand in, broke that up. Rask recovers. Had it nearly stripped, but now able to get it ahead to Keller. Cross court, Warner for three. That's off the mark. Rebound tipped and recovered by Seabold. He's fouled, and he'll go all the way to the other end and shoot another 1-and-1.
I think they'll get Marcus Rask on this infraction. The 2:40 remaining, as you talked about, 71-57 in favor of the Huskies.
1-and-1 for the Huskies shooting. For the Huskies, number 5.
That's Rask's fourth personal.
Seabold hits the first. And the look on Coach O's face kind of says it all. A little exasperated as he's seeing another one slip away. One that his team, if they're confident and play control, to have every chance to win.
Absolutely. I mean, they felt confident coming into this game. You know, they thought they matched up really well with Andover, especially underneath the basket.
Johnson inside scores. And again, full court pressure. Olsen gets across, down low. Johnson drops it home. That's the downside of bringing that full court pressure. You leave a guy like Johnson all alone at the other end. Stepping up is Warner. His shot won't fall. The rebound by Olsen. Warner, good steal, but then couldn't save it to his own team. Olsen recovers, and Tyrion's going to get the foul on the reach hit.
It's a little too aggressive by Tyrion Johnson. Put him at the line. Also at the line. That's his third personal.
Shooting the 1-and-1 for the Huskies. Number 20, Lucas Olsen.
Olsen hits the first.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 2, man.
And he hits them both. Good free throw shooting down the stretch here from the Huskies. They've got that 77-59 lead, under 2 minutes to play. Warner nearly got stripped, then it's poked away by Paul. He's able to recover. Back up top, Johnson for three. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound by Rodewald. In some traffic, tied up with Keller. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals.
Minute 37 remaining. Andover, for the most part, been in control of this game mostly from start to finish.
Yeah, after about the midway point of that first half, Coon Rapids had a 6-point lead. Andover took the timeout, responded with a 16-0 run.
And didn't look back from there.
And they have not. They have controlled throughout here in the second half. A good spurt early in the second half to spread their lead, and then another spurt here in the last couple of minutes to really put this one away with under 90 seconds left.
Well, like Coach Agora, Coach Ronnie told me, this is an important game for them. They needed to, they really needed to step things up and get a win. They're coming off a 14-point loss to Blaine. It's called for the travel. There's John Young and Russ Sullivan in-house.
Rizak was trying to get through that double team. I think they're basketball guys in the winter, both of them.
Yes.
Obviously, both football guys in the fall. Good look to Tyrion. He draws the foul to go. No, they just, it was a clean block by Newman. Blocked away out of bounds. Good defensive play. Newman.
I'm a football guy all the time. Summer, spring, fall, winter, doesn't matter.
I know. I'm a hockey guy.
Yes,
That's
you
the way
are.
It is.
Absolutely.
Domovic off the glass for 2 more. Under a minute, and the Huskies will work the perimeter and take their time, knowing this one is in the bag. Out of bounds to Coon Rapids. Mon outran the ball, kicks it out. 3-pointer wouldn't fall for Warner. And over to the other end. Timeout called smartly by Rodewald as he saw that Ecton Camp was in some trouble.
Yep. Didn't lose possession of the basketball.
And the Huskies can come out and just pretty much eat up the remaining 12 seconds and take away with the win. And for the Cardinals, it means going right back to the drawing board.
There's head coach Rich Wilkie, football coach for Andover, in the house tonight.
Speaking of football.
Yes, absolutely.
Rodewald underneath. Leisner will tuck it home, and Coon Rapids will run out of time as they come up floor, and it's a 79-61 win for the Huskies.
Yeah, and a disappointing loss for Coon Rapids coming into this game. Really wanted to see if they get off that schneid a little bit and get that 3rd win of the season. Unfortunately, not able to do so. And give credit to Andover. They played well. They took charge of this ball game. They really did a nice job of developing that lead and building it.
As important as it was for them to come out, of course, coming out of the timeout in the first half, they got 3 big 3-pointers. Yep. That was huge, a 16-0 run.
Huge.
But I think what really turned the tide is their ability in the second half to keep Coon Rapids off balance. The Cardinals on offense could not develop any sort of rhythm in the half court, and that made it really difficult for them to get any looks at all, much less score baskets in that second half. And it led to a lot of easy baskets at the other end for the home team.
And that was the key for Andover. There were just so many easy looks underneath, and they were able to develop that lead quickly and really took over this basketball game. It's back to the drawing board for Coon Rapids, as they will play Tuesday night at Totino Grace. That's their next contest.
And then they travel to Champlin Park,
is,
one of the top teams in the state, who will certainly not take it easy on their conference rival.
No, definitely not.
What do we have coming up, Howie? We got some girls basketball,
I
believe, on Tuesday, as
Correct.
we will be at the field house for the girls taking on Totino Grace, and swimming and diving the following Tuesday against the Blaine Bengals.
Yep.
Just a whole lot of Tuesday affairs going on, apparently.
And basketball.
And Thursday, boys basketball against Anoka on the 28th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Andover, it's the Huskies 79, the Cardinals 61. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the one and only Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.